How to stop waiting and start living. Hi friends. I'm glad to see you in my space again. Today we're going to talk about something that might be one of the biggest problems of modern people: why we constantly wait instead of living. Why we postpone the present for later, hoping for some magical future where everything will be perfect. How many times have you heard from yourself or others phrases like, when I get a promotion, when I buy an apartment, when I meet the right person, when I have money, when I lose weight, when I finish school? And every time this one becomes like a curse. It sucks all the essence, all the energy, all the life out of the present moment. We become hostages of our future that never comes. If you feel that your life is passing by you like a movie you're watching, not living, this video is for you. Today we'll discuss why we wait so much and how to finally start living here and now. The problem of eternal waiting: many people live in the mode of just a little more, I'll get a promotion, move to a new apartment, meet the right person, and then everything will become truly good. The problem is that this then never comes. When the desired event finally happens, instead of the long-awaited relief, we immediately come up with the next goal and put life on pause again. It's like waiting for a movie to become interesting after the 40th minute and just enduring until then, but everything you missed is already gone. In the same way, we live years waiting for the right moment instead of building it right now. Why does this happen? Because our consciousness is designed to always look for something bigger, better, different. This is an evolutionary mechanism that was supposed to motivate us to develop. But in the modern world, it has become a double-edged sword. We've gotten used to thinking that happiness is a point in the future. That when we reach a certain income level, weight, status, age, then we'll be happy. But in practice, it turns out differently. You get a promotion, and in a week you're already thinking about the next one. You buy a new apartment, and in a month you're already dreaming about a house. You meet someone, and after some time you're already comparing them to the ideal in your head. This is an endless cycle that sucks all the juice out of life. Because the present is not a point in the future. The present is what's happening right now. The illusion of future happiness: we've created an illusion in our heads that the present is like some gray strip that we just need to endure to get to the colorful part. We think that the present is preparation for the future, not life itself. But think about it: was the present moment ever not present? The answer is that the present has always been present. We just didn't notice it because we were busy dreaming about the future. Imagine you're watching a sunset. You can think, how I wish I had a camera to photograph this and share it on social media so everyone can see how beautifully I live. Or you can just watch the sunset, feel how it colors the sky, how the warmth touches your face, how the wind blows. In the first case, you miss the sunset because you're thinking about how to capture it. In the second, you're living it. We constantly miss life because we're thinking about how to capture it, how to use it, how to show it to others. But life is not content for social networks. Life is what's happening right now. Why we wait so much: there are several reasons why we wait so much. Fear of responsibility. When we live in expectation, we seem to shift responsibility for our lives onto circumstances. When money appears, then I'll be happy. When I find a partner, then I'll be complete. When I finish school, then I'll be free. But actually, the more we wait, the more responsibility accumulates. Because every day of waiting is a day we didn't live. Fear of failure. Sometimes we wait because we're afraid to start. If we start and don't succeed, it will be painful. Better to just wait than to risk. But in this case, we risk our whole life. Social comparison. We look at others and think, they have everything, but I don't. And we start waiting for when we'll have it all too. But we don't see that others also have their problems, their expectations, their when. Consumer culture. We're constantly told, buy this and you'll be happy. Achieve this and you'll be successful. Become like this and you'll be loved. But in practice, the more we get, the more we want. The paradox of happiness. There's an interesting paradox: the more we look for happiness, the less we find it. Because we're looking for it where it's not: in the future, in circumstances, in achievements. But real happiness is not what we're looking for. Real happiness is what we stop looking for. It's a state of inner peace, acceptance, gratitude. I know people who on minimal salary manage to enjoy life more than those who earn dozens of times more. The difference is not in circumstances, but in the ability to see what's already there and use it. Imagine two people. One has everything you could wish for: money, car, house, status. But he's still unhappy because he's thinking about what he doesn't have. The other has almost nothing, but he's grateful for what he has. Who is richer? Who lives a fuller life? Who is happy? The art of gratitude. You can be eating the last piece of bread and still find reasons to be grateful for your health, for being alive, for the ability to walk, see, hug loved ones. Gratitude is not about being content with little. It's about learning to notice what's valuable you already have and making it your anchor point. When you stop waiting and start acting, your energy changes, and however click it sounds, circumstances also start changing. Gratitude is not just a word. It's a state. It's the ability to see value in what's there, not in what's missing. When you're grateful for what you have, you start attracting more things to be grateful for. This is the law of attraction that actually works. Try an experiment. For a week, every day write down 5 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big, they can be small things. A cup of coffee in the morning, a conversation with a friend, a sunny day, the ability to sleep in your bed. After a week, you'll be surprised how much good happens in your life. You just didn't notice it. The energy of action versus the energy of waiting. Waiting is passive. Action is active. This is a fundamental difference. When you wait, you seem to disconnect yourself from life. You become an observer, not a participant. You give circumstances power over you. When you act, you take responsibility for your life. You become the creator of your reality. You start influencing what's happening. Want warmth in relationships? Create it yourself instead of waiting for someone to make the first step. Need changes in your career? Start developing today, not when time appears. You don't have to wait for a miracle, you can be its cause. This doesn't mean you should jump into the deep end head first without thinking. It means you should start small, with one step, with one thought, with one action. How to start living instead of waiting. Here are several practical steps that will help you transition from waiting to action. Step 1. Stop and look around. Right now. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Don't try to change anything, just observe. This is your present. Step 2. Find 3 things you're grateful for right now. They don't have to be big. You might be grateful for being able to breathe, for having eyes to see, for having hands to touch. Step 3. Take one small step toward what you want. It doesn't have to be a big step. It might be one phone call, one letter, one book purchase, 1 minute of meditation. The main thing is to start. Step 4. Stop comparing yourself to others. This is a path to nowhere. Everyone has their own path, their own time, their own circumstances. Comparison only drains your energy. Step 5. Learn to enjoy the process, not just the result. We're so used to focusing on the result that we forget to enjoy what we're doing. But life is a process, not a result. Accepting the present moment. One of the most difficult but important things is to accept the present moment as it is. Not as we want to see it, not as it was, not as it will be, but as it is right now. This doesn't mean you have to resign yourself to the bad. It means you have to start with what you have instead of waiting for ideal conditions. Because ideal conditions don't exist. There will always be something wrong. There will always be problems. There will always be difficulties. But that's what life is: in movement, in development, in overcoming. Accepting the present moment is not passivity. It's active participation in life. It's conscious presence in what's happening. The power of here and now. When you stop waiting and start living, something amazing happens. You start feeling truly alive. Because waiting is being dead inside. It's like being in a cocoon you can't get out of. And living is being open, sensitive, receptive to everything that's happening. That's why people who wait a lot often look tired, even if they have everything good. And people who live often radiate energy, even if they don't have everything perfect. Because energy is not what comes from outside. Energy is what's born inside when you stop waiting and start living. The practice of mindful presence, daily practice of mindful presence, is like training for the soul. The more you practice being here and now, the more natural it becomes. Start with 5 minutes a day. Just sit and observe yourself. What do you feel? What are you thinking? How do you breathe? Without judgments, without trying to change anything. Gradually increase the time. After a week, try to be mindful for an hour. Notice how you think, how you react, how you feel. Over time, you'll start noticing moments when you go into waiting, and you'll be able to gently return to the present. Completing the cycle of waiting. When you stop waiting, you complete the endless cycle you've spent most of your life in. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the creator of your reality. This doesn't mean all problems will disappear. It means you'll learn to cope with them without losing yourself in expectations. You'll learn to rejoice in small things because you'll understand that big things are the sum of small ones. You'll learn to be grateful because you'll understand that you already have everything you need for happiness. You'll learn to act because you'll understand that waiting is a path to nowhere, and action is a path to yourself. Conclusion: live now. Life is not preparation for the future. Life is what's happening right now. Every second, every minute, every moment. When you stop waiting and start living, you open the door to a completely different reality. A reality where you're the creator of your life, not a victim of circumstances. A reality where every day is a gift, not preparation for tomorrow. Where every meeting is an opportunity, not a coincidence. Where every difficulty is a chance to grow, not a reason to complain. In the channel profile header, you'll find links to online training as well as the author's books. There you'll find practical tools that will help you apply all this in practice. Remember, you don't have to wait for a miracle. You can be its cause. You don't have to wait to live. You can start living right now. Because the present is not sometime later. The present is always now. Thank you for being with me. See you in this space.